What is up, Knob Slobbers? JJ back here from Run Pure Bets with another free pick for this time. It's going to be college basketball for Saturday, March the 5th. Game is going to be played between the Syracuse Orange and the Miami Hurricanes. Current betting spread is Cuse minus 1.5. Total 154. All right, so add the total last night to just a laundry long list of games that have been practical wire-to-wire cashes only to fold in the final minutes. Kind of been the story of my season. Dropped the over 138 Richmond St. Bonnie's in a game that, looked like a winner from start to finish. Shame on that front with the Spiders going absolutely ice cold over the last 8 minutes of the game. Even avoiding that a bit of a foul fest, which this game still almost got over without it. I think it, fell 1 point short with that buzzer three, but without that buzzer three, I think Richmond had 6 points in the final 8.5 minutes, which is just abysmal. But look, I've been as level-headed as I possibly could be through these games, but it's been tough. Aim for these quality spots, and I don't have like a lot of quantity to outweigh these interesting ways to lose games late. But look, all we can do is cue the tiny violin and drown in our sorrows, right? I know, no live show for a Saturday. Eat my ass cheeks. I'll be in AC gambling the rest of my life away. LOL. But it's okay. We're here. 6:30 in the morning Eastern. And you see, this early in the morning, you got the coffee and you got the H2O. You know what I mean? So, whoops. All right. So anyway, let's talk on this game. So really, really like the Orange here. Minus 1.5. Got this minus 110 DK in New Jersey. Yes, the Orange have lost 3 games in a row. But were any of these like bad losses? On the road, Notre Dame, home versus Duke, on the road versus North Carolina, where they lost in overtime. This defense may have taken a back seat with their typical zone with a Jimmy Boeheim squad. But the offense has been incredible, especially from outside. Led by, none other than the Boeheim brothers. This team absolutely snipes from outside, and this really just isn't a really good matchup for Miami. Syracuse gets killed in the offensive glass, but Miami's terrible at getting second chances off misses. Miami forces a lot of turnovers, but Cuse has elite guard play. Cuse forces teams to beat them with jump shots, and Miami's been known to struggle against length in that regard. Syracuse has plenty of. Now, some may even call what Syracuse has girth. Just rumors. When two of these met earlier in the season, it was a track meet, which Miami won with a few extra foul calls going their way. Now, Syracuse did shoot really well from three. But again, Miami concedes good looks from three. That's the whole point. And Syracuse definitely has plenty of folks that can knock them down. Overall, I expect not much different from what happened the first go-around. But again, maybe Cuse to pull away in a different manner. I would argue that Miami is already in the dance. They have wins versus many dancing teams like Duke, North Carolina in the season sweep awake. But Cuse is certainly not in that same boat. This is actually a huge game for the Orange. So don't worry about motivation being an issue here. Assuming they win this game and maybe a few games in the ACC tournament, they're likely okay. But they're gonna need to have some wins. Definitely in that tournament because they're on the outside looking in, and I'm sure they'd love to start some momentum into the ACC tournament. As that starts up, very shortly. And overall, I like Syracuse in this matchup to avenge the road loss from earlier in the year. And I actually have Cuse tagged at 3-ish here, a little over 3. So I'm not overreacting to them losing 3 straight or Miami winning 5 of 7. So against inferior opponents with Wake being the lone win. But again, Miami matches up really well against Wake. They don't really match up as well against Cuse. I really thought Miami played a really good game where they got extra help from the free throw line, and they barely beat Cuse the first go around. Either way, pace should be a fun one here. Expect Syracuse to pour it in from 3 and aim to keep pace throughout, ending their season on a high note. So yes, I fired on Syracuse minus 1.5, minus 110. DK in New Jersey. May the odds be ever in our favor. I want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Create some fake accounts more. Thumbs up. If you did not enjoy, I hope someone takes a shit in your mouth. As always, drop comments below with your thoughts on this play. And look, let me know what your thoughts are for this Saturday slate. I likely won't be around to give you insight, but if you post it, I'll definitely try to peek, here and there if you have any questions on games, because I know, you guys might be used to the live show where you can poke a few questions off me. Not a lot, but let's relax. This weekend's going to be filled with live shows from Kegger. You got NASCAR, UFC. And look, I'll be back tomorrow afternoon, very likely with a live show, but at worst, it'll be a free game pick for one of the later games tomorrow evening. Until then, be sure to gamble responsibly, stay safe, and run pure, folks.